This is brought to you in part by GMC. We are professional grade. Learn more at gmc.com. By McDonald's, in the city that never sleeps. It's always time for breakfast at McDonald's. And by your Tri-State BMW Centers. Crowd filing in the Yankee Stadium. The Yankees have taken the field. So that means we should take a look at the Kansas City Royals starting lineup put together by manager Ned Yost. The Royals are 15-16, and they lead off their shortstop Alcides Escobar. Lorenzo Cain in center field will bat second. Batting third, playing first base, Eric Hosmer. Kendrys Morales, the DH, cleans up. Batting fifth, playing left field, Alex Gordon. He has a 6-game hitting streak, during which time he's 7 for 20. Salvador Perez will catch. He's going to bat sixth. Batting seventh, playing second base, Omar Infante. Paul O'Neill's favorite player, Cheslor Cuthbert, the third baseman, will bat eighth. And batting ninth and playing right field, Jared Dyson.
Here's Masahiro Tanaka ready to go. Wasting no time at all. On the season, pretty impressive. Don't let the one-loss record fool you. It's a lack of run support. The rest of the numbers are of high quality. And let's go ahead and give you the pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers and Final Frontier. This is the last American League team that he has yet to face. The Kansas City Royals have never faced him. And in fact, Kendrys Morales is the only one with any at-bats against him. And energy efficient. 8 scoreless innings and only 102 pitches, Paul Ian.
And Escobar jumps on the first pitch, as he always does, and he grounds a single through the right side. We're underway.
Tanaka doesn't waste time. He throws strikes. Escobar swings the bat, and the third point on the pitcher scouting report was damage control. Tanaka's kept keeping the ball in the yard this year, Paulie. Only 2 home runs so far this year. That's a 0.46 clip at a rate, and that's less than half of what his rate's been over his career as a Yankee. Small sample size, but so far so good. A lot of ground balls for Tanaka. Better slider, yeah. Good splitter. Splitter-slider combo, and a lot of ground balls and less homers so far.
Here's Lorenzo Cain, and he grounds one foul. Got one off his foot.
It's always a good way to start the game off, huh? Look at that shin guard there. Always misses.
How long does that bruise stay with you?
A week or so.
Yeah.
I mean, you wake up the next morning and like what, and then you kind of remember why it hurts, and yeah, it's running around for a week or so. You can still feel it. Shin's worse. You get that one up by the knee and the shin. It stays with you a little bit longer.
No meat on the shins, right?
Nothing.
All bone.
The 0-1 is line foul. 0-2.
I'll tell you one thing, as a hitter, you get that ball in on you and you hit it off your shin, but you're not going to get caught. You see Cain just wide open, just ripping, get that bad head out. Not going to foul another one off that foot.
Mentioned the Royals are 15-16. They had gone 500 or better for 255 straight games. That was the longest streak in the big leagues. And the loss last night puts them at 15-16, so that streak has been snapped. And the team now that has the longest streak of 500 or better, the Chicago Cubs, 189 straight games.
Well, I would have never thought that, because they were kind of had an off year. A lot of people expected big things out of them last year, and now it's kind of shown up this year.
Well, they made the wild card last year, so they were in a great. I think they won 98 games.
They had that really big run right before the Yankees came into town last year.
Swing and a miss. Cain down on strikes. I want to check out the Yankee defense. It's presented by Geico. You've got Gardner, Hicks, and Ben Gamble in right field, making his first big league start. Chase Headley is at third base, and he's the winner of 1 Gold Glove. You've got Gregorius at short, Castro back in the lineup at second, Ackley at first. Neck spasms for Mark Teixeira, keeps him out of the game. Brian McCann behind the plate. Tanaka is on the mound. Here is Eric Hosmer. And a pitch outside, 1-0.
There were a lot of home runs last night and a lot of loud ones, but Eric Hosmer, that ball that he hit last night, impressive shot. His numbers, 336. He's off to a great start.
Home plate umpire tonight is Angel Hernandez. He always has some fun. Sean Barber at first, Will Little at second, and Ted Barrett is over third. Ted Barrett's the crew chief.
Royals will run. I mean, they do have speed. 3 or 4 guys in the lineup. We talked yesterday about they're pretty much just all around good baseball team.
Line drive caught by Gregorius for the second out. Hustling back is Escobar.
But Hosmer just continues to have good at bat after good at bat. This ball is lined the other way. Gregorius makes a big play. I really appreciate these early in the game, Coney. I'm sure as a pitcher that you just before you get into a rhythm, the last thing you want to do is give up a big inning.
So with the man on first and Escobar, not the full shift usually employed by the Yankees against big left-handed hitters, and Gregorius on the left side of second base in a position to be able to make that play.
Here's Morales.
Hosmer's a hard guy to defend like that because he can go both ways. Morales, conversely, pretty much dead pull. As you see now, the Yankees with the big league shift, the full Monty on now.
Morales, you see those numbers, is still not the type of hitter he is. Good switch hitter, can hit from both sides of the plate. Two separate breaking balls. A short little slider on the first pitch, a little bigger there, but both right on the corner. Mike Wire, I smell it already. We got French fries.
French
tonight.
fries. It just hit me.
They came at us early tonight.
Right back to Tanaka. And that'll do it here in the first. Paul's going to get some fries. No runs a hit. 1 man left. Royals nothing. And the New York Yankees coming to bat.
Injury report brought to you by Montefiore, doing more in state-of-the-art healthcare. Mark Teixeira out of the lineup, as you already mentioned. He's suffering from some muscle spasms in his neck. Joe Girardi saying it's going to be day to day for Teixeira. He did mention that he'd check in with him and see whether or not he could be an option off the bench, but most likely you will not see Mark Teixeira today, and Joe Girardi saying he might need as many as 2 or 3 days to get that neck right. And guys, offensively, he has not looked great at the plate lately, just 4 hits in his last 37 at-bats. Meanwhile, I told you yesterday that Jacoby Ellsbury was making progress, and today that continued. You see him on the field earlier doing some light jogging. Joe Girardi saying that the big test for him will be when he starts sprinting, exactly how that hip feels.
Alex Gordon in the second inning starts it off with a double to left center field. So there was some conjecture, Meredith, that maybe Ellsbury could be back tomorrow. It doesn't look like that's the case, right?
It doesn't look as though that's possible. Joe Girardi said they need to see if he can sprint and how that hip feels the following day, not just while he's doing it, and knowing how much he uses his legs to be effective, not only in the outfield, but on the base paths. They need to make sure he feels okay and that hip is 100% before he comes back.
All right, we'll hear from Meredith a little bit later on. The Royals have a runner at second, and Sal Perez comes to the plate. And a strike to the Royals catcher. The 0-1. Grounded foul. 0-2. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. It is 61 degrees, humidity 34%, wind 9 miles per hour, partly sunny with cooler temperatures.
Wouldn't take this night any day of the week, though. A beautiful night right now.
The 0-2. Fly ball, center field. Hicks there, as Gordon does not test the arm, one away.
Get the feeling that Tanaka, he gets what he needs as a pitcher. I mean, right there, you don't want a ground ball to the right side. You don't want a base hit, obviously. You get a fly ball, not deep enough to move him over. Now you've held that guy at second base. Now you've got an opportunity to not give up that cheap run.
He's got a real knack for pitching, and you're seeing more two-seam fastballs as opposed to the four-seamers we saw in his first year, and that one running in, jamming Salvador Perez.
Tanaka, this season, he's 1-0, but a 2.29 ERA is ninth in the AL. 2.75 run support. That's pretty low in the AL. Allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in each of his starts, so he should be better than 1-0. Who's the pitcher that said it's not how you pitch, it's the day that you pitch?
That's right. It's which day you pitch on. The luck of the draw.
Broken bat, fly ball, shallow left. Gardner's there to make the play. 2 down.
Again, I mean, it's just good, solid pitching, good running fastball in, jams him. But again, a leadoff double, and now you're 1 pitch away, 1 batter away from getting out of it with no runs scored.
I think obviously too is what you're seeing from Paulie there is that two-seam fastball with a lot of movement on it. It can look like he was setting up away, so maybe Tanaka that got away from him a bit, but the quality of the life on that pitch really saved him and got a jam shot. I think he and McCann are getting to know each other so much better. They've worked together so often.
Here is Cuthbert. And the pitch inside, 1-0.
Sometimes, Paulie, the expectations for Tanaka were so high. The bar was set so high early in his tenure with the Yankees, and then the elbow issues came, and there seemed to be a little bit of, the Yankee universe was a little deflated about it all. But this guy has been rock solid, and when he's on the mound, and the decision not to have that Tommy John surgery back when it was time to make that decision was the right call. As this guy is clearly the ace of the staff, and his numbers across the board, from a qualitative standpoint, some of the very best in the major leagues. Just a matter of can you keep him out there for 32 starts.
Do think about it, though. He is a 100-pitch pitcher. I mean, his numbers right at 100. And, as good as his stuff is, as smart as he is, it really kind of surprises me because, that gets you in the 6th inning, 7th inning at times. But
fly ball, left field, deep, going back Gardner on the track at the wall. See ya! A home run for Cuthbert, a 2-run blast, and it's 2-1 KC.
Well, Kansas City likes this kid filling in for Moustakas, and he got a hanging slider right there, and right off the bat. Where this was heading out in the seats. The last couple days, Michael Ball been really carrying here in Yankee Stadium.
The smile of a rookie who just hit his first major league home run, and the pitch was a backup slider that stayed right there. Or second, actually, my mistake. His second major league home run, but they were giving it to him in the dugout, and Yankee fans are going to throw this one back on the field, so he's probably going to get it back.
Pitch to Dyson. There's a strike. That's a home run smile. As he's getting a chance because of the injury to Mike Moustakas. Ground ball to second. Castro gets Dyson, and that'll do it. But 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. Royals 2, Yankees 1. And brought to you by Coors Banquet. 80 years ago today, Joe D goes 1 for 4 and hits his first big league home run off of George Turbeville in a 7-2 Yankees win versus Philadelphia. Escobar leads off against Tanaka. He takes a strike. There's Joe D.
What year was that? 36?
36.
1936. He had 323 that year, Paulie. 21 years old.
Amazing break in like that. I just saw, wasn't too long ago, I saw he played his first game, his debut. He was 3 for 6 a couple weeks ago, I think. A couple weeks ago, I've read about that. A couple weeks ago, he didn't break in. I just want to clarify that, Mike.
The 0-2. Punched out to right field. And Castro with a nice play. Got a good jump. Gamble probably would not have gotten there, so a good play by the Yankee second baseman.
You know, Castro to me he becomes better every day out there. This is a ball that you know off the bat, right fielder probably not going to get to. Looks like an easy play, and it was all made because of the jump he got. This Mo brought to you by your Tri-State Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Here is Lorenzo Cain, struck out in the first. Cain's one of these players that got a really late start in baseball. 9th grade, he wanted to be a basketball player. He got cut from his basketball team. And had never played baseball. He wanted to try out for the football team. His mother said absolutely not, so baseball was the only choice, and here he is in the big leagues. Driven out to right field. Going back, Gamble on the track. Leaps. And it's over the wall. A home run for Lorenzo Cain as the Royals take a 3-2 lead.
It's a typical Yankee Stadium right field home run right there, just over the top of the wall. Campbell couldn't get back there quick enough. Ball jumped. Didn't look like Cain really got this. Kind of a 2-seam fastball right there. As a right fielder, sometimes it just beats you to the wall. I had plenty of room.
Nice catch.
Guess he's out. Caught by the man with the red glove.
Here's Hosmer. And there's a strike.
Kind of a look I'd have too. That's a Yankee Stadium home run. Like, really? That ball went out?
Wasn't that bad of a pitch. Up a little bit.
I'm sure Severino felt that on Sunday with the Pedroia home run. That was a real wall scraper.
Pitchers, you know, we always remember the ones we give up, but not the ones we get. You know, when we hit them out on our side.
The 0-2.
Unusual. Third inning, Tanaka has given up 2 home runs already.
Doubles his output on the year. We noted that in our scouting report.
Angel didn't budge on that ball. Looked like a good pitch on the outside corner. Not a guy that you want to get in a staring match with.
Close. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the splitter for the second out.
Hard splitter. We've seen that from Tanaka this year, that he's got his velocity back up. You see, that almost looks like a sinker or a 2-seam fastball. That's an 88-mile-an-hour splitter. We've seen Tanaka hit 90 miles an hour with this pitch. As you see, there's the grip. And that's why it's called a split-fingered fastball, because it retains the velocity and has rotation on it, as opposed to a forkball, which would have a wider split and less rotation, more knuckleball-like.
Grounded to first, it's a fair ball. Ackley Field steps on the bag, that'll do it. But the Royals take the lead. The second home run against Tanaka. This one by Kane. We're going to the bottom of the third. 3-2 Royals. Fourth inning gives us time for the Jeep Hitter Scatter Report on Alex.
Well, he's back in blue. Re-signed with the Kansas City Royals. A lot of people didn't think this organization would do that for 4 years, $72 million. 10th season now with the Royals. And he's had some early struggles, as the whole offense in Kansas City had. One thing, it's really hit 205 in the first 25 games, but 7th most strikeouts in the AL, which is very unlike him, but probably snapping out of it. Last night continued a 6-game hitting streak, including a 435-foot home run to dead center field off Nova.
And his first at bat today, a double to left center, came around to score. 0-2.
I was going to get to that, Michael. You just took one of my nuggets.
I thought you were done. I saw you throw the card away.
I had that one in my head, though.
Out of the scoreboard, 5-3. Yankees lead, top of the fourth. Tanaka must look at the scoreboard and go, what's going on? They have not scored 5 for him, it seems.
Well, now it's time to take control of the game for Tanaka. Giving up a couple of home runs. One of them a Yankee Stadium shot to the right. Now this is where you send the message to your team and you shut them down right here. Take charge of this game.
Trying to figure out how he's going to go, because he's missed with the slider for a home run. Then the two-seamer up was hit out to right field. I mean, if you're Tanaka right now, where do you go? You're going back to your slider early in the count, which he did early?
It's still his bread and butter is the splitter. You see him working with McCann, shaking him off.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Shook to the right pitch. One away.
Well, your Coney scouting report right there. Good split-fingered fastball. The thing I love about his split fingers, he really never hangs it. It's always, shin, knee-high, down. Not a ton of movement, but just enough to miss the bat.
Tells me his elbow's feeling good, because this is 89 miles an hour. You see Gordon is fooled on it. It's late, really explosive late movement right over home plate. The best kind after the hitter commits.
There's a strike. Top of the fourth inning, Yankees lead 5-3. Yankees 7 hits, and the Royals 4 hits. Upper deck. Perez won the MVP of the World Series last year, and then got rewarded with a 5-year contract extension, one that the team did not have to give. 5 years, $52.5 million. Short of the bat, goes toward the pitcher's mound.
It's a large toothpick right there. Again, now you're starting to see corners. I mean, this slider just off the end of the bat, just off the corner.
That's what won him the World Series MVP, a .364 average. Drove in 2, did a great job behind the plate as well. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. They could be sending that message, you said, David.
This is the way to do it. It's almost like you cannot throw it outside enough for Salvi not to swing at it. I remember Vladimir Guerrero, it's almost like you couldn't get your slider far enough away for him not to swing at it. And that one probably half a foot outside in the other batter's box.
Here's Omar Infante. And a strike from Tanaka.
Just to see Vladimir Guerrero go out and hit that sometimes,
It's like he had a longer bat than everybody else. He had long arms, and you're right, he would. He'd put that thing in play.
The 0-1. Grounded to third. Nice hop for Headley. And Tanaka works a 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 5 in a row since the Kane home run. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 5-3 Yankees. Thank you, Bob. On the Cadillac scoreboard, top of the 5th inning, the Yankees lead the Royals by a score of 5-3. Tanaka had a very strong 4th inning, 2 strikeouts, a ground ball to third. Now he'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Royals order. starting with Cuthbert, who hit a home run against him in the second inning. 1-0. Cuthbert is from Corn Island in Nicaragua. Free agent signing by the Kansas City Royals. And their roving instructor, longtime Luis Silverio, actually said that if Cuthbert had been in the Major League Baseball draft, he would have been one of the top 10 picks in the June 2010 draft. So they like this kid's talent. .23 years old. The 1-2. Base hit for Cuthbert.
Cuthbert's had a couple good swings off Tanaka tonight. Talk about how, I mean, Moustakas a big part of this team, but boy, to be able to put a young player in to fill in.
Tanaka got burned by a slider that kind of hung for the home run the last at bat. That one a sinker down and in. Cuthbert all over it.
Now he got a shot there when Cuthbert got on first base, talking to Rusty Kuntz, the first base coach for the Royals, and he was the subject of a really glowing story in Sports Illustrated about what he means to this team and how he studies religiously pitchers' moves and times them and tries to pick up tells and things like that, and how the job of the first base coach around baseball has really gotten very important. In the past, it used to be like, okay, good job, but now
pick up your third base coach.
Yeah.
That was what they did.
And they say that Kuntz was the guy who picked up the tell on the first baseman, Lucas Duda of the Mets, that he could not throw home, and that's why that allowed Eric Hosmer to dash home in Game 5 and tie the score. That was totally on a scouting report picked up by Rusty Kuntz. There's a story that when Mickey Mantle retired and the Yankees were trying to get attendance at Yankee Stadium because the team wasn't good, they brought him back to be a first base coach. He lasted a month. He was so bored. He said, I'm out.
I can't deal with this.
Yeah, I can't deal with this. There's a base hit to left field by Dyson.
Ball slapped the other way, finds a hole. I don't know if you're pitching Coney, I mean, obviously you're not making the pitches you want, but the balls are being hit, but they're finding holes. It's kind of frustrating. All kind of stays up. Not a lot of sink.
Seems like Tanaka's trying to get to his splitter. The Royals aren't allowing him to. They're such free swingers. The splitters he has thrown tonight have been very effective, but a couple of sliders he's got burned on and a couple of fastballs.
Escobar 1 for 2 against Tanaka. The Royals have 6 hits against the Yankee righty. First and second, nobody out. Yankees playing bunt here. And that's what they get. Tanaka fields and fires to Castro, and the sacrifice successful. You score at 1-4, and the Royals have runners on second and third with 1 out.
We talked about the Royals and kind of their old style of baseball. I mean, down 5-3 on the road, you still the game, move guys over, try to tie this game up.
Do you like that though, Paul?
You know what? I actually do. I know that, a lot of people say, you're giving away an out, but, you're also moving guys up. And now, Tanaka's hasn't been to this point in this inning really sharp. You're giving a couple of your better hitters opportunities to keep this inning going, driving in runs.
Yankees play the infield back, so a ground ball would make it 5-4. That's more than a ground ball. Deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. A long 3-run home run by Lorenzo Cain. And the Royals take a 6-5 lead.
Tell you what, you got to kind of hesitate and look where this ball hit out here way off the board in left center field. Off the bat, no doubt where this was heading.
Two home runs for Cain against Tanaka. Tanaka's given up 3 home runs tonight. Here's Eric Hosmer. Grounded to first. Grabbed there by Ackley. Nice job by him. Took a double away and turns it into an out.
The adjustment that Tanaka hasn't been able to make is to these free-swinging Royals. This is 89 miles an hour sinker that just backs up. First pitch, swinging like most of the Royals. And Tanaka's inability to stretch the strike zone, get them to chase, has really been his undoing, as that is a monster blast from Lorenzo Cain. Tanaka, we talked about being very efficient, throwing a lot of strikes. This is a team that you don't want to be very aggressive with, especially in the first pitch, early in the count.
Saw that curveball early. It seemed to me first inning, second inning, he was getting ahead a lot with sliders, and then he got beat on a couple of them, and he's kind of got away from it. Some of those sinkers that stay up in the zone early in the count, these guys are, you're right, Coney's free swinging.
6-5 Kansas City. One and two, clips the outside corner. 3 home runs allowed, matches Tanaka's career high. 6 earned runs also matches his career high last year at Houston, June 27th. Now his pitch count's in pretty good shape, so the Yankees want him to work through this, and you don't want to have to go to the bullpen. At least this early. 44 strikes, so that might be a problem too. He's throwing too many pitches over the strike zone.
That's exactly the problem early in the strike zone as well, against a very aggressive swinging Royals lineup.
Here's the 2-2. Ground ball to Gregorius. He backhands, sets, and fires. And that'll do it. But a single by Cuthbert, a single by Dyson, and then this. Up against the back wall of the bullpen. A 3-run shot by Cain. 6-5 KC. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to @Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. All right, we go to the 6th inning. Alex Gordon against Masahiro Tanaka. He's given up 3 home runs tonight. Fly ball. Left center, drifting back is Hicks, and he makes the play for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. This is the anti-analytic team as Luke Hochevar begins to warm. They're not going to take pitches. They're not going to walk a lot. Hey, their manager just sacrifice bunted in the 5th inning, so it plays against everything that the sabermetricians preach, and Ned Yost came under a lot of fire before this team took off and won the World Series last year. So you don't have to throw strikes, as David's been saying, on the first pitch, because they usually are going to chase. They're going to try to put something in play. Popped up in the infield. And Gregorius makes the play for the second out.
Tanaka needs this, a quick inning, get your offense back up there, try to tie this game back up, and then you know what? It's going to be fun. You get a tie, kind of a battle of the bullpens. Both these teams' strengths are.
I think the thing that would bother me if I were Tanaka on the mound is I feel like your best pitch was a little underutilized tonight. 6 runs on the board, none of them off of your best pitch, your splitter. Couple of hanging sliders, couple of fastballs. Right there, that's that nasty splitter at 87. I kind of feel like, that's my best pitch, and I left it on the shelf a little too much tonight.
Yeah, it seems like he tried to set up the whole at bat to get to 2 strikes to use it instead of getting there.
Shows bunt, takes outside, 2-1 on Infante, who's 0 for 2 tonight. A fly ball to left and a ground ball to third. Yankees have out-hit the Royals 8-7, but they're behind in the game 6-5.
Tanaka had a really good slider his last start out against Baltimore when 8 scoreless. Tonight he's been burned twice with it for home runs.
Fly ball, left field, Gardner's there. And a bounce back inning for Tanaka as he retires KC in order 1-2-3. And we go to the bottom of the 6-5 Royals. Cuthbert, Gregorius, and Kane. Cricket, something to smile about. Right now the Royals have the biggest smiles as we go to the 7th inning, and they lead 6-5. Tanaka will deal with the bottom of the order on the GMC scoreboard. KC 6, New York 5. Cuthbert leads off, and the first pitch is inside. 1-0. Hey, you want to win every single game, but when you score Tanaka 5 runs, you kind of put it in the mental bank. Okay, this is a victory. So this would not be a great loss for the Yankees when you have your ace pitcher out there and your offense gives you 5 runs after 3 innings. But still plenty of time. Cuthbert has hurt them, though. A home run and a single, 2 runs scored. That one is ripped to center. Hicks right there makes the play. Now Soria's up in the bullpen.
They've got it lined up the way they want. Soria, then Herrera, and Wade Davis.
Here's Dyson. Dyson was selected by Kansas City in 2006 in the 50th round of the draft. And in the history of the Major League Baseball draft, only 6 players selected in the 50th round have ever made it to the big leagues, and Dyson is the only 50th rounder that ever was on an opening day roster. Grounded to Castro. 2 away. Hey, Yankee fans, if you can't watch the games on TV, now you can stream them live on your mobile device. If you're a DirecTV, Optimum, or Time Warner Cable subscriber, just go to your app store and download the free Fox Sports Go app. Log in and stream the Yankees wherever you go.
Piazza was way down there. What round he was?
He was, I believe, in the 40s.
40s?
Yeah, and he was taken just as a favor,
right, for this Florida.
Tommy. You know, he might even. I know that the draft has gone down to 50. When he was selected, it might have been higher. James will tell us 62, 62nd round.
Wow, Hall of Famer.
They went to 50 rounds in 1998. So there have been 431 50th rounders taken, and 6 of them have made it. And the only reason that Piazza was taken by the Dodgers was Lasorda was friends with Mike's dad, and they took him just as a favor. It wasn't as if they saw something that no one else saw. And the favor's been repaid. Count 2-1.
Very seldom do you see a pitcher, in the 7th inning with only 76 pitches. It's given up 6 runs, 7 hits.
It's been an unusual start because really he's looked good at times.
Really chases a pitch up in the zone.
Comes down to 2 big home runs. 2-run shot from the rookie Cuthbert, and of course Lorenzo Cain in a 3-run bomb. Account for 5 of the 6 runs. But yes, I mean, everything else is pretty impressive, and it's on par with what Tanaka really brings to the table. Very efficient. He's got the best chance to go the deepest in the game of any Yankee starter. Even at that 100 pitch mark, last year he averaged well over 6 innings per start. Pacing the Yankee staff last year. A modern day starter, Paulie, tried to get 7 innings in 100 pitches. Tanaka about 6.2, almost a little under 7 innings per start last year.
Right back to Tanaka. 5 innings out of the 7. He's thrown 11 pitches, including this one. And he retires the Royals in order 1, 2, 3. In fact, he's retired the last 8 Royals after the Cain home run. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, it's time for the 7th inning stretch here at the stadium. Royals lead the Yankees 6-5, but will stay right here to honor America in the Bronx.
Will you please rise and remove your caps? And please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest who is joined tonight by his father, United States Army Specialist Arak Balanos from Union City, New Jersey, who served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.